So let's talk a little bit about effortlessness, which is another of the many corollaries of the assumption that the sole reality is the absolute truth of pure consciousness here and now. And this is not an assumption, this is actual experience. So, and you are this reality of pure consciousness here and now. And this reality of consciousness is taking the form of every form that is perceived, the entirety of the universe, the entirety of the cosmos, the entirety of creation or manifestation. And this absolute truth that we are talking about is here and now, and it is the only reality, and it is infinite, perfect, immutable, eternal, and indestructible. Further, it is now and always now, and you cannot get out of the now even if you try. So, simply aligning yourself with this fact yields utter effortlessness. Because all actions that are being performed by any human being, all actions that have ever been performed by any human being, and all actions that will ever be performed by any human being are actually being performed by the absolute truth in the form of these human beings. Like human being X, all the actions performed by human being X are being performed by the absolute truth of consciousness in the form of the human being X, because it is that truth that is appearing as this human being X. And the world that this human being X is in interaction with is also that absolute truth appearing as that apparent world. And this absolute truth is now, and it is performing every action. Therefore, and in addition to that, it is perfect. Therefore, smooth effortlessness is an immediate corollary of this consideration. Spontaneous creativity, smooth effortlessness, absolute confidence, transcendent beauty, all these naturally arise out of simply seeing that you are the absolute truth of pure awareness, which is here and now. On the other hand, if you are identified with the limited separate body mind or the ego, life seems like a struggle, a drag, an effort, because the ego is always bound by fear and desire, as we have discussed earlier, and therefore it is in a state of tension, a state of non relaxation. That is basically hell. Effort is hell, in short. That does not mean that you do not work. Effortlessness just implies a quality of joy and spontaneity that is infused into your work, because the dependence of your well being upon the fruits of your work is taken away in light of the realization of the perfection of the absolute truth here and now. So life becomes an effortless breeze as soon as this is realized.